Switch to Martin. Now Guido.
That's in long range. He's got it. Dispersed in a Loyal jersey. 1-0 San Diego. Stadium in San Diego. It has been a sellout the last few days. Loyal SC ready to kick off this season. Drew actually got a hand on it, and this one will go high and up and in! One more time! Torero Stadium in San Diego. Professional soccer has finally arrived.
Welcome into Matchday Live. He's Darren Smith, I'm Jordan Caruth. We are out on location as San Diego Loyal are out on location in Oakland, getting ready to take on the Oakland Roots. Welcome in to Stone Liberty Station. I feel like we're at home here. This is a place we were all of last year, but no one was allowed to be here with us. And tonight, a very different setup. We have watch parties, we have the supporters groups here. Beers are showing up very quickly. We have TVs, I see food being brought out. It's gonna be a fun night here. San Diego on the road coming up at 7 o'clock. And we'll set you up for it here for the next 30 minutes, Darren.
Jordan, you said it. It is good to be back here at Stone and Liberty Station. We love the Buena Vista Social Lounge when we're there, pitch side at Torero Stadium. We've loved some of the opportunities that we've had to broadcast around San Diego County. But this place for us last year, and for many of you watching, when Loyal was away, this is where we were. 8 times out of 8 last season in a 16-game condensed 2020 inaugural season for SD Loyal. So it's great to be here. It's great to be back here because this place brought back a lot of fun memories for you and me. But what makes it exponentially even better, to your point, is having the locals in the house, is having Los Chavos walk in here. Drums, making all sorts of noise, some singing, a little bit of celebrating, a little bit of beer drinking, all of that. I mean, it just wasn't the same without the fans, as we've said many, many times over again. And here on match day 23, we're reminded of that yet again.
Yeah, so we're inside. Normally, we were right outside. Our scarf tree is right there. Our scarf tree. Do you remember the scarf tree?
I do.
I love our scarf tree. Maybe we'll throw a few scarves. We have a few on the table here coming up, so maybe we'll throw that on the tree just for old time's sake. This is our home. Like this is what it's all about. Being here with the supporters, Loyal about to kick off. Multiple TVs in the house, going to showcase Oakland Roots against San Diego Loyal. San Diego, a team that's been playing very well and needs to continue to play well this month and next month to solidify their playoff spot. But all of a sudden, Oakland Roots are a team that are on a great run, and playoffs, not exactly a crazy conversation to have when you're talking about Oakland Roots. A month ago, yes, you're crazy for talking about that. Now, not crazy at all. They're in a really good spot. And if they can go on a run here today and during the week next week, they would be in a playoff spot. It's been an amazing run Oakland's on.
And it's been a legitimate run as well. Sometimes you see a club that goes on a good run of form and you say, well, who have they beaten, right? And yeah, Oakland Roots has taken care of Las Vegas Lights a couple of times over their past 6 or 7 matches, but they also took down Tacoma, something we haven't seen SD Loyal yet do in the 2021 season, and they also took down Phoenix. Anytime anybody takes down Phoenix, that is noteworthy. That is really, really newsworthy stuff. So this is the first time ever that San Diego Loyal will be traveling to Oakland, to Laney Field, and it's a familiar opponent too, because Jordan, over the next 10, it's going to be tonight, it's going to be 2 Saturdays from now, and then it's going to be another time in October. So 3 of the remaining 10 regular season matches are between these 2 clubs. So as you said, Oakland's on a good run of form. They've won 4 out of their last 5. They're unbeaten in their last 7. Well, 1 loss, I should say, in their last 7 to Tampa, which no shame in that.
Tampa Bay is currently leading 6-0 against New York right now.
Yeah, they are.
That team is good.
They are the defending Eastern Conference champions. So no shame in that. But this is a legitimate Oakland Roots side. Something I would not have predicted the way the season started for Roots. Just all sorts of problems with their field, problems with COVID. I went back and I looked at the standings where we were last time these 2 sides faced one another, which was a 1-0 victory for SD Loyal at Torero Stadium back on June 29th. Oakland was just sitting on 5 points. They were at the bottom of the standings, and you figured we weren't going to get much out of them here in 2021. But to Jordan's point now, they are very much alive. in the Pacific Division standings here for a potential playoff spot. This is a huge one for Loyal. It's a huge one for Roots. And then there's nothing but huge matches left for Roots because they get Tacoma upcoming next. So this is the beginning of a 4-match homestand for them at Laney College, and you know that they're thinking about stacking up a whole bunch of wins here.
Yeah, knowing they play Tacoma next week, that's very important. Knowing that they take on San Diego 3 more times before the end of the season. The scary thought is if Oakland go on to make the playoffs, like if I were able to tell you right now, Darren, that Oakland is a playoff team, that's probably bad news for San Diego because that means they're getting results against Loyal down the stretch, which clearly we're not looking for. Oakland is a team that won 1 time in 13 matches to start the season. 1 win in 13. They've won 4 of their last 5, 5 of their last 7. Darren mentioned impressive wins on that schedule, including a 3-1 win against Chandler. So that's the team that they're taking on tonight. Oakland, it's a different setup. We've never seen them play at this stadium, at least from San Diego. Loyal have never played here. And it's a different field. It's not the field that they actually started the season with. They have since replaced it, but it's a different setup, and hopefully San Diego can be comfortable on that field tonight.
It's turf, so that's a lot different right out of the gate. It's not going to be grass. It's not going to be the comforts of Torero Stadium. It's not going to be some of the other pitches that you're used to playing. Even at the USL level, you don't see a ton of turf, so this will be unique in that regard. I'm sure during pregame warm-ups, Landon Donovan, I talked to him on the radio this week, and he had made mention of the fact that when they got to Oakland, they were going to go check it out just to get the players acclimated. Listen, most of these players have probably played on turf at some point in their life. They just hadn't done it through the first 22 matches of this season, and who knows when the last time was that they did. So it'll be a little bit of an adjustment here. But Jordan, we've talked a lot about Oakland here to start the show.
Yeah.
We're also talking about a Loyal side that's coming off 4-2 beatdown its last time out when we were there pitch side. We're talking about a club that has scored 13 goals over its last 4 matches. So I don't care if they're playing on turf in Oakland. Doesn't matter if they're playing on a rock pile someplace else in the Pacific Division. This is a club right now that I'm sure is just salivating to get back out there, continue their winning ways, and continue their scoring ways. Can we get to the starting 11?
We can. Rock pile. That reminds me of Chandler's new stadium.
Yes.
Let's get to the starting 11. I think we already gave it to you on the screen. We'll give it to you again once more. Guerrero is in net. The back line, Laraz, Yarrow, Stoneman, and Elijah Martin. Gotta love that back line. Adams, Colin Martin, that defensive mid-roll. Douglas Martinez, Tumi Moshobani out wide. And you have Corey Herzog, technically a midfielder in the starting 11. And of course, playing up front, Augustine Williams, who has done nothing but score goals for San Diego, continue to get points for San Diego. No one would be shocked if Augie is able to score again tonight.
Jordan, there was a time, if we're being honest, where it was tough to find players in the pick-to-kick segment because there wasn't a lot of scoring going on. It's a little bit different. It's tough to find players in the pick-to-kick segment because there's so many of them. Think about the starting 11 that Jordan just gave you that you can see. You're talking about Tumi Moshobani, who's sitting on 8 goals right up there amongst the league leaders. Augie Williams, who's come in here, who scored 3 times in a couple of matches. Everything that he's done. Douglas Martinez was just representing Honduras in the Olympics a couple of weeks ago. Corey Herzog came into a tie for second all-time in the USL Championship. This is as good a lineup, literally, no hyperbole, this is as good a starting 11 as we have ever seen in SD Loyal short history.
Yeah, this is a lineup that you see and then you expect 3 points because there is so much talent. The nice thing about this is knowing that there's still a lot of talent still to come for San Diego down the stretch. Callum Montgomery, clearly, Jack Metcalf, and several others.
Jack Blake.
Jack Blake, of course, as well. That's someone who's going to be playing alongside Augie Williams. There's goals will be coming. So San Diego, Oakland, it's not the first time that they played each other this season. In fact, we played in San Diego earlier this year. It was a 1-0 win for San Diego. Ibarra had the winner in the second half. It was a 72nd minute goal. San Diego, as expected, had a lot of the possession, which is something I would expect to see again tonight. And Oakland struggled to connect passes. So we'll see what happens this time in Oakland. And we mentioned the field's different. I'm pretty sure they don't lay that field since it's artificial. I don't think they lay it until like the night before the game. So even if teams do show up a day before looking for the opportunity to see what this field's all about, I don't know if they even get that chance because I don't even think it's out there.
Yeah, it's
an interesting setup.
And a heads up for anybody who's watching Matchday live, when you get set to tune over to ESPN Plus coming up at 7 o'clock tonight, it's going to look different. Yeah. It's going to look different than every other venue that you're going to see. in the USL Championship, certainly in the Pacific Division. So don't adjust your television. Don't think your television has gone all wonky on you, that you have to adjust the color or the sharpness or the brightness or any of those sort of buttons here that you don't even know what they do. Don't adjust it. Like, it's just going to look funky. It's just going to look a lot different when you tune in at 7 o'clock.
No doubt about that. And it looked even more funky to begin the season when that field was a bunch of different colors. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think they've upgraded. This is it. They went out and they got a new field. So let's see what that field's all about. Tonight's Matchday Live sponsor is brought to you by Knockaround. Knockaround is our sponsor tonight. We will take our first time out. When we come back, the interim president for San Diego Loyal, Ricardo Campos, will join us. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. Of course, the match tonight, but a few things that San Diego is involved in around the community. And of course, today is a day that we remember from what happened 20 years ago. So we will get to all of that. Ricardo Campos joins us next on Matchday Live.
Your summer starts here. With big savings on a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer the best time of the year. But don't miss out on all the fun. See your Toyota dealer and catch a great deal today.
Right now, drive home a stylish new Corolla with a low $199 a month lease. Or you can save big with $1,500 factory cash back.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Chosen Foods, we are inspired by the vibrant culinary lifestyle of the Baja Med and, of course, by avocados. From our flagship avocado oil to our family of dressings, mayos, simmer sauces, and guacamoles, the versatility of all Chosen Foods avocado-based products offer you the freedom to be both healthy and creative in the kitchen. Join us in the sun-drenched utopia of Chosen Foods, the avocado. Celebrate it.
During this pandemic, many families are worried about visiting healthcare facilities. I'm Dr. Gail Knight, Rady Children's Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer. I'd like to share with you the advice that I give my own family and friends. The best thing that you can do to keep your child healthy is to continue to keep routine appointments like vaccinations and regular checkups. This keeps you, your child, and our community as protected as possible. We are always open, we are here for you, and we are safe.
It's time to get moving with the financial partner that's here for your journey. From small steps to big milestones, USE Credit Union is here for you. With tools to help you bank fast, solutions to help you go far, and a team of dream makers that's ready to help you step forward with confidence. USE Credit Union.
Hi, Matchday Live. We are at Stone and Liberty Station. Darren Smith, Jordan Caruth, interim president Ricardo Campos. This Tacos for the Win promotion is brought to you by Rubio's Coastal Grill. San Diego Loyal wins today, and we like our chances. If San Diego Loyal wins, when they win, fans will receive one free a la carte taco. Enter coupon code SDLoyal online at rubios.com or in the Rubio's app tomorrow, September 12th, to get your free taco.
Here he is, the interim president, Ricardo Campos. We have the match to talk about tonight. We have a lot of other things to talk about, but I do want to start with this. A club starts in San Diego in 2020. We do shows here for a year, but no one's allowed here because of COVID. So here you are tonight, multiple supporters groups in the house, heard some drums as we had one group enter. A bunch of people are here, screens are on, we're getting ready for Oakland against San Diego. This is what it was all about a year ago, right? This is what you were really wanting to look forward to.
Absolutely. You know, funny enough, the first time I met about this club was actually here at Stone before Stone was even a potential sponsor for us. So this is 100% what it's all about. The people here, the different communities coming together, the different groups. You know, we're just happy that we're coming back to some version of normal. To that. So very excited for the game tonight. Very excited.
Yeah, and this is a team, Oakland, it's a new team as well. Like, what Do you have any different feelings towards clubs that are brand new in the league because you kind of find yourself in a similar spot?
Yeah, I think it's one of those where you want people to do well.
Yeah.
You don't want them to do better than you, but you want them to do well. There's a lot of challenges starting a club, and I think we feel for clubs in that way. But at the end of the day, it's competitive, and we don't want them to do well tonight.
No.
But tomorrow, sure.
I was pretty excited too about Oakland on that front because a lot of what they stand for, even tonight, even before they joined the USL Championship, I'm with you. I root for them, not tonight, and not if it's going to cost Loyal any sort of playoff positioning here. But I just root for them because it seems like the kind of club that lifts everybody up in the USL Championship. You would probably know more about that from the executive level and the league level as well. It's a nice fit. It's the right fit. These two clubs in particular, for me, clearly we're biased. Like, these are the two best that we got going in the state of California, for my money.
Yeah, I think, clubs you can just be competitive, you can just be about soccer. But we believe, and I think Oakland does too, that you can be about soccer, but you can also be about a little bit more, right? You can be about supporting your community, you can be about standing up against things that we believe are wrong and that need to be fixed in our community. And it's great to see a club like Oakland to be doing things like that, and we stand for our things as well.
Yep, and Pride Night tonight in Oakland at Lanny Stadium. And on that front, that is a perfect segue into what you all announced this week. Let's talk a little bit about 1886, 18 incorporated cities in San Diego County, 86 different neighborhoods. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about the announcement during the week and what people should expect.
We're super excited about that. It's something that this is not something completely new. We started a long time ago. But it's, San Diego is a melting pot, and a lot of people don't understand that about San Diego, but it is, and it's got a lot of different communities. And what we wanted to make sure is that we're taking the time to celebrate all these different communities. So next week will be, Chula Vista, and then we have Carlsbad in October. So what we're doing is we're going out to the community, we're doing a practice in the community, so we're finding either a high school field or somewhere around it to train. We're doing some volunteer events. We're eating out at that place and celebrating that location. So it's just, about taking a week off and celebrating those different cities, neighborhoods. But it's not going to just stop this year, right? It's going to be every year. And there's so many, we can't hit one per week. But over time, we're going to make sure that we hit every single one of them. But it's what it's about, right? The clubs are about the community, and we have to celebrate every single one that's in our region.
How has the response been? Like you said, it's not a brand new initiative. This is something you guys have been trying to do for a while. What has the response been?
Well, and this is why it's not new. It's something that we were supposed to start last year until COVID hit. So, but the response has been great. I mean, Chula Vista is going to be next week, and they have been super supportive and welcoming for us to come in and do different things in the community. Quidel is a huge partner for us, who's helped us, enhance that program. So we couldn't be more thankful, and everybody's been very welcoming.
Can we ask you a technical question? Because Jordan and I were wondering in our first segment, and it's not just Ricardo Campos, the executive here, but the great football mind that you have. Playing on this field up in Oakland, what would you expect just in terms of not playing on turf? It's temporary. Like what all goes in terms of preparation, trying to get ready for tonight?
Yeah, I think it's just being able to adjust on the dime, right? We do a lot of work at USD with them about making sure that the field plays the way we want to play. It's a fast game. During the day game, we water the field, painted the field to make sure it was ready. But there's a lot of things that we put into play to control that environment at home. So playing on the road, I worked for Red Bull for a number of years where they played in Giant Stadium. It was turf. It's just completely different, the way the ball bounces, the way the ball rolls, and it's going to be key during warm-ups for the guys to really get a good feeling for that, and then adjust as the game starts. And I think it's definitely a factor that benefits the home team, being used to that new turf that they lay down. And I hope that the guys can adjust to it quickly.
Can you practice for it? I mean, is there anything you all can do to practice, or they just have to, whatever recall they have from having previously played on turf and some other stop in their life?
There's some of that, right, of what recall what you've played, but every turf is a little bit different. It's almost like every grass field. It's the size, it's how it plays, it's how it bounces, it's how dry it is, how hot it is. So there's so many factors that you really have to, during warm-ups, figure it out, and then during the game, figure it out, because as the night comes in, it changes a little bit as well. So you've got to be, be able to adapt.
So Darren and I would go down to TJ all the time, watch Club Tijuana play. They play on an artificial turf at Estadio Caliente. What we would notice, the ball seems to really like fly off the ground. Like there's a little bit more speed to it. And again, every field's different, so maybe some artificial, maybe tonight isn't this way. But from what I've seen, the ball seems to fly, it bounces higher, it's a little bit more unpredictable.
Right. That's exactly it. It depends on the field. So some fields it is like that. The ball bounces a lot more, or it's a lot faster. Sometimes you water the field just for the purposes of making it go faster, because if it's during the day and it's hot, it actually slows it down. Rubber pellet fields, older, used to slow it down. So it really depends on the field. And I'm sure the guys are testing it right now and getting ready for it.
Good stuff.
Who's your pick to kick tonight?
Yeah.
You're not officially a contestant.
Who's going to score?
Okay.
You want to see the starting 11?
I'm going to go with Douglas.
Douglas. Darren went with Douglas. I know you don't need to see the starting 11.
Yes. I'm gonna go
Why
with
Douglas?
I did.
Okay.
Back-to-back
Why?
weeks.
Okay. I like, they've worked with him all week. I think it's going to be something different tonight.
Can I change my pick? He seems to be very confident with Douglas Martinez. I'm no longer confident with my pick.
Who was yours?
We haven't made it yet.
Oh,
but I'm going with Toomey.
Oh, that's a pretty solid pick.
You can't go wrong anymore. You've kind of filled this roster with a bunch of
That's what
scorers,
I'm
so
just saying.
now
Look
the
at the
segments.
starting 11. There's
Right.
never been a better starting 11 in
there's a
Royal
lot of
history,
options.
right?
There's a
And
lot
then
of
Blake
options.
comes back. Everyone's going to want to take Blake. And Augie's going to be scoring. Absolutely. And then you have Guido coming off the bench.
This guy's the second all-time leading scorer in USL history. This guy's got 8 goals. This guy, Honduras needs they need to be uplifted
Absolutely.
too. So Augie,
It's a great
he's been
problem
amazing.
to have, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it makes the pick to kick even more fun. We appreciate the time. Thank you.
No, thank you guys. I did just want to mention real quick. Today is a tough day, right? Because as somebody who lived in New York, it's close to my heart. There's a lot of things through history, and I was talking to my wife about this today. You remember you were part of history in a negative way, right? Because you lived through this. A lot of people, younger kids especially, they know it's history, but they didn't live through it. I just wanted to take a moment to really celebrate the heroes, not just that day, but also the weeks beyond that helped out the community, and just to never forget a moment like that and the people that we lost that day and how it impacted families.
The stories that come out, the stories that come out every single year on this date about survivors and what has happened since that moment, it's even all this time later, it just sends chills down your spine when you read this stuff.
100%. I would just say, remember it, because it was a significant moment.
No doubt. Ricardo Campos, he's the interim president for San Diego Loyal. We're getting ready for Loyal to take on Oakland Roots on the road. They kick off at 7. We'll come back with our Pick to Kick segment after this.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
Want a perfect pair of sunglasses for your every occasion? Hit up the Knockaround Custom Shop. With over 1 million possible combinations, why not get a pair for every you? 8 a.m. I need a coffee you. Clocking a few miles you. Game day you. Happy camper you. Fun in the sun you. On the slopes you. Dog days you. Happy hour you. Si se puede you. The Knockaround Custom Shop. You design them, we build them.
I'm not even sure what's happening here, and I know it's fast, but I'm in love with you. We're gonna be together forevs, and I'm gonna keep you looking good, boo. That's why I got you unlimited washes. That's right, we're gonna binge wash, babe. Commit to your car. What are you waiting for?
Welcome back to Stone Liberty Station. Matchday Live rolling on. We're getting closer to kickoff between San Diego and Oakland. They kick off at 7. You're going to be able to watch it on ESPN+. I just saw a huge plate of food come in. I am very hungry. We haven't had our chicken sandwiches from Stone in a very long time. We've been looking forward to this. Sorry, it's just a lot of food. I get distracted rather easily. Our thanks to Ricardo Campos for joining us, the interim president. Very good appearance. And he's going with Douglas Martinez in the pick to kick.
Yeah. And also be on the lookout for the 1886 initiative when it comes to your area, when it comes to my area, when it comes to your area. Just a tremendous thing to think about, canvassing the entire county, a massive county here in San Diego. So well done on that. Yeah, he went. My cat's out of the bag that I am going to go with Douglas Martinez. Yes. I'm going back to back with him. I thought long and hard about Corey. I thought long and hard about Augustine Williams. But for the second straight week, I didn't feel like that was the best debut for Douglas Martinez, but he's back in the starting 11, Jordan, so I'm going to ride with him again.
There you go. I'll give you the pick-to-kick standings right now. Darren leads the way with 27. I'm in second with 23. Chavos up to 20, only 7 points back of the lead. Shannon Mack, 17 points in fourth. Jack Cronin is in fifth. And the locals with 13 points are in sixth place. That's the standings in the pick-to-kick. The selections gave you Darren's. Martinez, I gave you mine. Toomey time. Chavos, who are Chavos going with?
Chavos went with Augie.
They're going with, that's a very smart call. Augie's a good one. I know Shannon went with Corey Herzog. And I know Cronin went with Augie as well. Cronin needs some points. He needs to go on a run here. I think choosing Augie is a very smart decision on this point.
Jack was obviously impressed with what he broadcast last week. As a matter of fact, there's a rumor we're going to have a Jack Cronin sighting here at Stone Liberty Station.
Is he here?
I've been told he's going to appear here tonight, signing autographs, kissing babies. He's a big superstar, that Jack Cronin.
Oh my goodness, I had no idea. We should have gotten him on the pregame show. So the other selections, locals go Augie, Cronin goes Augie. Gave you Herzog for Shannon Mack. I'm going Toomey time. Man, the only one with Toomey. He's the leading scorer, everyone.
That
we know
is,
that, right?
That is, and at the end of the night on Matchday Live Post, you're going to be like, I was the only one with Toomey. I have a feeling back in the starting 11, that's going to be a really, really good pick. Imagine what this is going to look like with Blake back in. Great to see Colin Martin back in the starting 11 too, for the first time in several matches. But imagine when you get Blake and Ibarra's off the bench, and hey, by the way, Alejandro Guido still plays for this club too.
Right.
I mean, what a team right now.
It's a very, very good setup, and they're going up against a team that's also playing very well. This should be a very good matchup tonight. These are two good teams playing very well at the right time. If this matchup happened 2 months ago, we'd probably be coming on saying, 3 points come in San Diego's direction tonight because Oakland looked terrible, but that's not the case. They have gotten things together. They have a new field. They seem to be connecting, so things are going well for Oakland. Hopefully San Diego can kind of slow down what's happening with the Roots, and then they can pick it back up and help San Diego out during the week when they play Tacoma on Wednesday.
Yeah, and a couple of familiar names you're going to see tonight on the broadcast as well. Emra Clementa is in there with Oakland Roots. Tarek Morad, who finished the season with SD Loyal. In a short amount of time, made a great impression, at least for us, certainly for the club, for his teammates, for the coaching staff as well. Plus, Jordan, we're also going to have some scoreboard watching going on tonight because Orange County is at Las Vegas Lights, 1 win in their last 6. So right now, between second and third place, as you looked at the table, Loyal sitting on 33 points, Orange County behind them at 31. They're in Vegas tonight at the bottom of the Pacific Division. So, yeah, like there's some interesting scoreboard watching happening tonight in the Pacific Division here.
Yeah, OCLV, that one is in Orange County. They kick off at 7. They've split their first 2 decisions. They've gone 3-1 both times in Vegas, either side getting a victory as well. Sacramento, I didn't realize this. Sacramento's kicking off. They've already kicked off 25 minutes ago. They're playing El Paso. Did you know Sacramento's only loss since July 10th, which is more than 2 months now, is to San Diego?
Wow.
That's their only loss. Now they have a bunch of draws. Like they are collecting draws like it's the right thing to do, and it's not. But the only loss is against San Diego, and that's a long run. That's interesting. And then you brought it up, LA Phoenix a little bit later on tonight, 7:30. Final 2 will be in LA. They've already played twice in Chandler, so they'll get Los Angeles for the next 2. Things have not gone well for Los Dos against Phoenix this season. I wouldn't expect much. The first result 3-0, the second result 5-0. So I'm not expecting points from Los Dos tonight.
I feel like something similar probably in line. When I saw that, I was like, okay, there's a 4-0.
Yeah.
That's going to be a beatdown in the desert tonight. I'd be shocked if it was anything other than a runaway for Phoenix Rising. So, yeah, at the top of the table in the Pacific Division, it might be a little bit out of reach. But Jordan, tonight between 2nd and 6th, the gap just isn't as wide as you would think, given SD Loyal and given Oakland Roots. And it's another 6-point swing that we always talk about. So a lot on the line tonight. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really, really good match. Can't wait to get it going here just in a couple of minutes. Can't wait to watch it with all these supporters. Oh my goodness. And you and I get to enjoy and have beers and celebrate and do all sorts of fun stuff here tonight at Stone and Liberty Station. Come on down. What are you waiting for?
You can also make a prediction on tonight's game. All you have to do, Loyal fans, is download the free Yuta app. You can do that right now. Play the San Diego Loyal prediction game, a new game available for each remaining Loyal match. Rest of the season, you can win great prizes on the Yuta app. You can find the Loyal prediction game in the contest section at the bottom of the Yuta app. Boom.
Fun app. I've played around with it a little bit earlier today.
Yeah? Did you make a prediction?
I did not.
Not
I did
yet.
Not
I'm going to sneak a prediction in. 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah. Toomey with a brace. Augie with a goal. Herzog with a few assists.
We'll see who we're going to be talking to post-match. Remember, we're going to be connecting with them up there at Laney Field in Oakland. So
that's true.
Be sure to tune in right after the match on the SD Loyal YouTube page or Facebook page.
Yes, players, Landon Donovan will join us as well. And who knows what this is going to look like in the post-match show. So you definitely want to tune in for that. That's all. I think we got to everything, Darren. Let's go watch the game.
All right. I like it. I like 3-2. I like 3-2 now.
3-2?
Yeah.
Darren thinks it's a little bit closer. ESPN Plus, enjoy the match. They're up in Oakland. We are at Stone in Liberty Station. We'll be back here for the post-match show coming up in about 2 hours from now. We'll see you soon.